In John 8, verse 12, Jesus tells us, "I am the light of the world." These words offer comfort and direction, especially in the moments of darkness in our lives. The light of Christ is the transformative force that guides us through uncertainties, illuminating our path and bringing hope and peace. Jesus' promise to be the light encourages us to seek His presence in times of doubt and fear. His light not only dispels darkness but also reveals truth, allowing us to live with integrity and purpose. In a world often overshadowed by despair, this light provides clarity and shows us the true path to follow. Living in the light of Christ means allowing His truths to penetrate our hearts, shaping our thoughts and actions. It challenges us to cast off the shadows of doubt, fear, and despair, trusting that His presence will sustain us. With Christ as our guide, we find the courage to face difficulties with renewed confidence. The biblical story offers us many examples of how God's light guided His servant. From the pillar of fire leading the Israelites in the desert to the star guiding the wise men to Jesus, divine light has always been present. These accounts inspire us to seek the same guidance in our spiritual journey, trusting that Christ will always illuminate our path. In the modern world, we are called to reflect this light. Every act of love, kindness, and compassion we extend to others is a reflection of Christ's light in us. May we be beacons of hope, illuminating lives around us, demonstrating that with the light of Christ, even the deepest darkness cannot prevail. When Jesus declares Himself the light of the world, He offers us a profound promise of comfort and direction. In moments of despair, His light becomes a safe beacon, guiding us through storms of uncertainty. This illuminating presence in our lives is a constant source of hope, assuring us that we never face darkness alone. The strength of Christ gives us the necessary courage to face challenges, knowing He walks with us. His light dispels fear and doubt, bringing clarity and renewed purpose to our lives. By embracing this light, we can see beyond immediate circumstances, understanding the greatness of God's love for us. With each step, the light of Christ renews our confidence. It allows us to walk confidently, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. This confidence is built not only on His words but on life experiences, where we have seen His faithful presence in action, guiding us to truth and peace. As we move through daily life, His light calls us to reflect on what truly matters. In a world often consumed by chaos and confusion, Christ offers us the right perspective, helping us distinguish between what is temporary and eternal. The promise of His light also invites us to be light for others. As followers of Christ, we are called to spread His light, sharing love and understanding with those we encounter. Through small acts of kindness and compassion, we witness to the world the depth of His love. Jesus' affirmation as the light of the world is not only a promise of comfort, but an invitation to live in truth. His light exposes the reality around us, revealing not only beauty but also imperfections we must face. This revelation challenges us to seek a life aligned with Christ's principles, living with integrity and purpose. In a world where despair often obscures truth, the light of Christ provides clarity. It helps us discern what is true amidst many conflicting voices. His wisdom directs our steps, showing us the right path without succumbing to fleeting concerns. Allowing Christ's light to penetrate our hearts transforms our thoughts and actions. This transformation goes beyond mere external acts. It is a deep change that begins in the soul and reflects in all areas of our lives. By surrendering to this light, we find the ability to live with authentic joy and gratitude. True freedom comes from walking in the light of Christ. When illuminated by His presence, we find release from the bonds of doubt and fear. This freedom empowers us to live fully, exploring and enjoying the gifts God has granted us, without fear of the shadows of the past. Living in the light also motivates us to be light for others. Our life becomes a living example of Christ's goodness and truth. By sharing our journey and testimony, we inspire others to seek the light, fostering an environment of love and respect wherever we are. Living in the light of Christ involves a constant commitment to His path and teachings. This journey requires us to open our hearts to His truths, allowing them to shape our daily choices and attitudes. Christ's presence in our lives challenges us to dismiss fear and doubt, trusting fully in His guidance. With Christ as our guide, we are encouraged to face difficulties with renewed confidence. His light provides the strength needed to overcome obstacles, knowing we do not walk alone. Each challenge becomes an opportunity for spiritual growth and to strengthen our faith, seeing God's hand in every detail. The biblical story offers us many examples of how God's light guided his servants. From the pillar of fire that led the Israelites through the desert to the star that guided the wise men to Jesus, we see divine light as a constant presence, offering direction and hope. These accounts inspire us to seek the same guidance in our spiritual journey. In daily life, being guided by the light of Christ requires continuous surrender to his purpose. This means practicing humility, recognizing our dependence on his wisdom, and trusting that he will always lead us where we need to be. In doing so, we experience lasting peace, regardless of the circumstances around us. Our response to this light must also be active. We are called to reflect the love of Christ, spreading kindness and compassion wherever we go. By acting on this light, we become beacons of hope for others, demonstrating the transformative power of divine love in a world that needs it so much. In today's world, we live in times of rapid change and uncertainty. The light of Christ offers us a stable anchor amid these storms. Embracing this light enables us to live with hope and determination, always seeking to reflect God's love in our daily interactions with others. Every act of love and kindness we perform is a reflection of the light of Christ in us. Small gestures of compassion, like listening to someone in need or helping a stranger, are powerful in their simplicity and have the potential to transform lives. These acts show the world the tangible presence of Christ among us. Living with the light of Christ asks us to see beyond the immediate, recognizing the dignity and worth in every human being. This call to inclusion invites us to embrace diversity, seeking to promote justice and reconciliation in all areas of our lives. By doing so, we create a more just and compassionate society. Furthermore, the light of Christ enables us to recognize and face our failings. In a world often overshadowed by pride and self-sufficiency, acknowledging our need for divine guidance is an act of humility and wisdom. Christ reminds us that his strength is perfected in our weakness. Finally, as we strive to be beacons of light in a sometimes dark world, we are called to cultivate a life of prayer and contemplation. These practices keep us connected to the source of all light and enable us to renew our strength and purpose daily. May we always turn our eyes to Christ, confident that his light will never cease to guide us. The luminous presence of Christ in our lives invites us to continual spiritual growth. His light shines brightly even in adversity, reminding us that there is always hope. By turning to this light, we find not only comfort, but also the renewal needed to face daily challenges. This path of light motivates us to deepen our relationship with God. Through studying and meditating on the Word, we seek understanding and discernment. When immersed in the Scriptures, the light of Christ becomes clearer and more powerful, guiding every decision and action. Experiencing the light of Christ, we are called to be examples for others. Our lives transform into a testimony of divine love, manifesting patience, kindness, and humility. By reflecting this light, we contribute to creating a more harmonious and compassionate world. Beyond comforting us, the light of Christ helps us overcome fear and uncertainty. It strengthens us to face life's storms with courage, assured that Christ walks with us. This assurance encourages us to live authentically, unafraid of the shadows of the past. As we strive to be bearers of this light, we must remember we are all imperfect and constantly growing. Humility allows us to learn from challenges and strengthens us to be an even brighter light. May we always seek this transformation in Christ, spreading his light wherever we are.